For our final project, we were instructed to create a video over one of the provided topics. I chose to do the privacy, security, and ethics of online gaming. I'll begin this video by discussing some background info, then move on to current security issues in the online gaming industry, and conclude with some solutions to ensure privacy in these games. According to a Wikipedia article, online gaming is dating back to as early as the 1970s. These games were historically dominated by the male population, but recently females have closed the gap. That same article shows that it is now 52% male and 48% female population. Online gaming has made leaps and bounds over the last few decades. After the internet explosion in the 1990s, hundreds of online games became readily available and extremely popular. New technologies have allowed for close interpersonal communication with fellow gamers, separate virtual economies, and whole new worlds we never even could have imagined 40 years ago. With this being said, these online games have been exploited by cybercriminals whose goal is to steal personal information and even virtual achievements won or bought in these games. Nowadays, a large amount of information is required from video game companies to create accounts. This can include your birthday, email, phone number, etc. In addition, new gaming consoles have built-in microphones, sensors, and cameras that can be used to record and gauge your activity. With the rising of popularity in video games worldwide, the malicious cybercriminals have infiltrated this industry. It's surprisingly easy for these cybercriminals to steal your information. According to an article by Trend Micro, hackers will create a URL with the word hint and cheat code in it alongside the title of the video game in order to lure unknowing customers into their site. Here, they will require the input of that same information listed before, your name, your username, password, email, stuff like that, in order for you to get those hints and cheat codes. Once they gain access to this info, they can go a couple of different routes with it. If these hackers are gamers themselves and just want the accolades that you've gained through those online games, they can just send them to their own account and steal them from you and use them themselves. Another option they have is to sell them in the outside market, in the real world market, for cash. A third option, which is probably the worst one, is hackers can take is selling only the personal information of these gamers to sketchy dark web creepers. This can result in outcomes as serious as identity theft if you knowingly provide too much information on these false sites. Other outcomes include spamming of targeting ads to your email and even your cell phone. With this being said, the power is in your hands to prevent this from happening to you. The main way to avoid being scammed in online gaming is to be extremely cautious where and when you input your online information. If you aren't sure of the credibility of the site, an article called Privacy in Gaming states that you should just put in false information. It's not going to hurt you from being able to use the game, and they're not going to have your actual information, so you'll be protected. Thank you for your time, and I hope this was useful.